Jim Candy, Part 4, Chapter 10. The depression hit me the day before tryouts. It came out of nowhere. It was as if I'd stepped into an elevator and the doors had closed and the elevator had started falling and falling and there was no stopping it. Everything seemed pointless. The morning workouts, the weightlifting, the running, the steroids. Pointless, pointless, pointless. None of it was going to matter. I was certain I was going to fail. I was ugly and gross, and I'd given up Kaylee. I'd shut the door on Drew, and that it was all for nothing. I'd always fail, all my life, in everything. That's who I was. So we knew this was a possibility, right? Peter had warned Mick that some of the side effects could be depression, roid rage, and here Mick is dealing with depression. And if you've ever dealt with depression or you've ever had friends or family members that have dealt with depression, okay, this is very familiar sounding where everything just seems pointless. Here Mick has been working towards this goal, but now it seems pointless to him, right? Life is pointless. Everything is pointless. Nothing's going to be okay ever again. So he's spiraled into this depression because of doing the stacks. Peter had told me exactly what to do when the blackness hit. Move around, he said. Do something, anything. The one thing you don't want to do is nothing, because if you do nothing, it'll get worse. Okay, that's easy to say, but if you've ever dealt with depression, that's a hard thing to do, right? To make yourself get up and do something. His advice had sounded easy to follow. No big deal. If depression ever hits me, I had thought, I'll just play some video games. How hard can that be? But now playing a video game seemed like the stupidest thing in the world. My father saved me. Since it was Sunday afternoon, he was around. He tapped on my door, opened it a foot, and leaned in. You doing anything? Not really. Your tryouts are tomorrow, right? How about we toss the ball around a little? I don't really feel like it. Come on, do it for me. Whenever your season starts, I get the taste for it. I had to force myself downstairs. Lacing up my shoes was a huge effort. But once I was outside, once I broke a sweat, the elevator stopped falling, reversed, and slowly came back up. By the time we finished, it was almost as if the depression had never happened. Almost. Monday morning, I felt strong. I took the D-ball first thing, but waited until just before I left for practice to inject testosterone. On the way out, I pulled on the sleeveless t-shirt I usually wore. I looked at my arms. They were muscular, defined. Would one of the coaches notice? Would they know? I took the shirt off and put on a baggy sweatshirt instead. Carlson ran a crisp practice, much more focused than Downs's. They both ran the same drills, running through tires, hitting the sleds, regular football practice stuff. But there was no slack time with Carlson, while there had been tons with Downs. The afternoon session was lighter, with more walkthroughs, more explanations, but he still moved it along. Tuesday, practice turned serious. Carlson's assistant coaches were all over the field, clipboards in hand, timing this and that, seeing how far and how high we could jump, how strong we were. An hour into Tuesday's afternoon practice, Coach Brower, one of the assistant coaches, called Middleton and me over. I need to get a 40-yard dash time for both of you, he said in his gravelly voice. Shill's Hole had a crushed rock track, not exactly high-tech. I'd always run a 4.7 or 4.8 in the 40, not great, but not terrible, considering the quality of the track. I knew I'd been running faster than that on the rubberized track at Seattle Pacific. Brower pointed to the start. I settled into position and waited, muscles tense. Ready, go. I exploded forward, my arms and legs churning, my lungs filling with air. I was still picking up speed when I crossed the finish line. I slowed, then stopped and headed back towards Brower. Middleton came over to me. Man, you are flying. I've got you in 4:52, Brower said to me, staring at his stopwatch. That's 2 seconds faster than last spring. Middleton, you came in at 5:23. Brower looked up. Run it again for me, okay? I ran my second 40 in 4.51 despite a tiny slip at the start. After Brower wrote the number down, he eyed me closely. How much do you weigh, Mick? Almost 200, I said. He whistled softly. 200 with that kind of speed. You are going to be a load to bring down. We had 2 practices every day, pads and helmet in the morning, helmet only in the afternoon. Lots of it was conditioning and agility stuff. Drop step and go left, drop step and go right, back pedal explode. In drill after drill, I was at the top of the charts. Come ready to play tomorrow, Carlson said on the second Wednesday. Time to find out where we are. So football season has started, and it's going well for Mick, right? He's faster than he was last year. This coach seems impressed with him with his speed. and what his body's doing. And so he's starting to slowly see the benefits, if you can call them benefits, of doing the stack. And so we'll see, is he going to see that it's worth the depression and the roid rage because of the results that he sees on the football field?